seems to make logical sense to me. Um, Glenn, what you think?
I mean, that's a good point. I think, yeah, especially as like for young men, like the 20s to 30, that's when we have the least amount of dick discipline, right? So, but that's also when we have the most amount of like energy, to build ourselves, for the next phase of life. And so I would think as a wise man or a mature man, I agree with advising young men to be that way and protecting your seed, right? And this is where we talk about responsibility and accountability for men. And I'm okay with that because it's like, we can't get blamed by the sisters if we have more respect in protecting and having discipline over our seed, essentially, because that's your value. That's life itself, you know. Uh yes.
Glenn, let me hop in. Asia, are you green? Love, are you green?
About protecting your seed,
Are
yes.
you also a proponent of sexual liberation?
Yes.
Mm.
Yes, I am. The
Okay.
sexual liberation is
I
not
just wanted to ask
sleeping.
a question. I just wanted
Sexual
to ask a
liberation is
question
playing with
because
toys.
I feel like when you was asking Adrian, right?
Mhm.
So let's let it marinate. Let's let the
No, we
people
ain't gotta
think
let it
that I
marinate.
thought.
No, 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 we ain't gonna
Yeah,
marinate
we'll come
nothing.
back. I just wanted to ask a
I
quick
am a
question.
proponent of sexual liberation. Sexual
Oh yeah.
liberation
All
is
right.
how
Cool.
I
I mean,
dress, feeling all of
no.
my sexuality,
Yeah,
playing
yeah. I
with
knew.
toys,
I knew the spin was
playing.
coming. I just wanted to hear you answer the question so
No,
I
let
can
me
flip
answer.
it.
Well, let me answer without interrupting me, please. I
No,
want the
you
audience to
no,
hear
because
me.
here's what happens. You
See,
you 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 pause for a second to
because I want
answer
to
it
make sure my
because you
thoughts are
knew because you
clear.
knew what I was asking, and now you're gonna start talking about clothing and some other shit. Like, let's
That's a
just
part of
stand
it.
on what we
That's
stand.
a part. If you let
Who,
me talk, I
Chief,
will.
Chief, Chief.
Are you gonna ask me? Or you gonna ask
Wasn't you in
which one?
Asia? It was a yes or no. Now, Chief,
Nope.
weren't you in Asia up here talking about y'all had to stand 10 toes on something one day?
And I'm standing 10 toes down on sexual
You
liberation. I am
stand
a
on. You don't
big
have to
proponent of
qualify
it.
it. You don't have to
And sex,
qualify it.
I'm defining what
What does
sexual
that
liberation
mean?
is. Well, I'm trying to explain it, but I keep on getting cut off.
What does what mean, Glenn?
Sexual liberation.
Sexual
Okay.
liberation.
I'm glad y'all asked. Thank
Cannot
you.
believe y'all niggas just open that
Thank
fucking
No,
you.
no,
door.
no. But
This,
she already hit us with the.
but wait. No, no,
I,
no. You asked me the question, SBL, Sir Glenn.
Go
Sir
ahead,
Glenn,
love.
let me
This
answer
nigga
this
just
question.
fucking. Go ahead.
Sexual liberation includes owning your sexuality as a woman. No handing off camera. He's like, she gets on my nerves. Owning your sexuality as a woman, not feeling bad or have a negative self-image about your body, feeling good within within your body. That means using toys. If you feel sexual, you can use toys to make sure you know what you like sexually and not feeling bad about it. If you want to, you are
What?
gaslighting. You are
I just put a,
triggering.
I just put a cap on. I just put a cap on.
Also, a part of that sexual liberation is talking freely about sex. So I can talk freely with sex, to men and to women. Those things are part of sexual liberation.
Mm-hmm.
Not sleeping around.
Okay.
I'm glad
Go
you
ahead.
asked, though. Appreciate it.
I'm so mad at him. Go ahead,
as
Chief.
much as we can empathize with your definition of sexual liberation, not a single person in this panel thought of it that way. Not one person
Well,
goes, "Oh,
that's why I defined
by
it.
the
But
way, I
Is it
that's
use
why I
that?
had to
I
define
was
it.
like, is that even important?
That's why I had to define it because y'all didn't think about it. So I had to define it.
No,
When I sat there and said, I believe in sexual liberation, this is what I believe in as sexual liberation. This is why I believe it.
Why is
Okay,
it
so-
know
important?
that.
Why is it important?
You said, why is it important?
Well, hold on, Chief. Do your follow up, and then you can answer.
No, I just felt like she was like she put a heavy undertone behind sexual liberation, but was trying to chew Mr. White out for doing what he did. You know what I'm saying? So why can't he be sexually liberal? You know what I'm saying? But
The reason, no, I wasn't chewing him out. What I was saying to him, I said what he said sounded very self-right. I didn't chew him out.
Q, say something. Q, you yell at me all the time.
What I was saying was he sounded great, but how long ago did he stop slinging dick?
that has no relevance to him being a committed married man with new goals and morals now.
That is somebody's daughter, somebody's sister. He sat there and said, protect yourself, queens, sis, you're valuable. Sex is not just a
Why is it mutually exclusive
thing.
though? Why is it?
I was referring to that.
He's also repeatedly said in the past, he told them what it was off the rip. They knew what it was, and he stood firm in what he was. He stood firm in what he was doing.
I'm referring to what happened tonight. Now, what happened, he said before tonight, show me the transcript, and I'll address that. I'm addressing what he said tonight.
I think what it is Mr. White try to comfort so many women on the panel from like what feels like a self-righteous perspective, but he kind of just got put on to shit or learned certain shit recently.
9 months ago. Thank you.
Yes, that is the energy. It has really nothing to do. You are right with what you said, Mr. White. I agree with you. I'm breaking down kind of the perspective because I done seen you go for like mad women on this panel. You go hard. You don't even talk to the niggas like that. But then it's like, oh, well, I kind of just came into this, but you speak as if it's like from like 30 years of knowledge. So I think that's kind of it's the energy.
I get to isn't it though? How old is he?
Right?
How old are you, bro? How many years of knowledge you got? How old are you?
Let Adrian respond. Let Adrian respond.
36.
Yeah. But I think
hold on.
Let him respond, please.
Thank you. So, I'm 36. I've been a therapist for about a decade. A lot of these things I'm not coming into just now, coming into the knowledge of. You're saying that I came for every woman on a panel. Let's talk about the things that I have talked about, right? Because that's what Q said. I come for y'all on a regular basis.
You know what? You don't have to defend it because then now you're stepping out of order. Like I'm giving you props. Don't step out of character. You don't have to address it. You're a man. Remember, this is all women on the panel.
So you're telling me that I shouldn't address that? That makes no sense.
That you're defending it. You don't got to defend it. You know what you know.
So don't explain myself.
But that's what
we're on a podcast. Like everybody does. Everybody gives their perspective. Everybody does all of these other things. And because I'm a man, I shouldn't say nothing.
No, it just gets weird at that point. You just come across very argumentative at that point.
You can't tell me how to be a man, Q. You can't do it. You can't
You're
do
right.
it.
Go ahead.
You can't tell me how to be a man. So I got this. I can't even talk.
Go ahead.
That's crazy. Okay.
Adrian, go ahead.
Don't let the gaslighting get you, bro.
Gaslighting.
Hold on. Let's break it down to. It goes back to I literally just gave facts about something, right? Regardless of how I acted before, I literally gave facts, and it turns into, oh, Adrian just now learned something. Isn't that kind of like a insult? When I didn't insult anyone here, I did throw some shade at Ro. You know what I'm saying, Ro? But you fired. Asia, when I was talking to you, everything I listed for the most part though was facts or an opinion. Nothing was attacking, because I sit here and I say women shouldn't do this or women shouldn't do that and preserve your bodies and things like that, right? But I'm talking crazy and reckless to y'all. Look at how reckless y'all talk to men up here, and not one of y'all can pick a time where I've been disrespectful to y'all, for real.
I think
the biggest thing is the fact that people are looking at it as him being hypocritical. Not saying I'm agreeing with anything you say, Adrian, but what I'm saying is generally I feel like they're looking at it as you being hypocritical, when technically when it comes to something being hypocritical, it means that he's saying what he did was right, and if somebody else does it, it's wrong. Not once did Adrian say how I acted or what I did was right at all. So it's not him being a hypocrite. It's him stating what he hopes can get better because he's experienced certain things. He not once said, oh, I'm right for what I did.
You landed it, Mary. Let it land.
Right, but so to Hamp's point, Adrian said he did what he did, and Love tried to vilify him and then talk about how she's affirmative for sexual liberation.
Right.
She's affirmative. You know what I'm saying? So where's the balance in that? That's